Welcome to our video on the Fundamental Insight tool offered by Trading Central, available on the National Bank Direct Brokerage platform. Finding your next investment can be challenging. Investors have access to a lot of information which can at times be overwhelming. TC Fundamental Insight collects and analyzes this data for the investor and presents it in an easy-to-understand format, which can help you make timely, better educated decisions on buying or selling a stock. Our video will explore how an investor can use this tool to find investment ideas or validate existing ones and even compare them to other similar stocks. To access the tool, click on the Markets heading, then select Trading Central from the drop-down menu. Then you will have access to the full suite of Trading Central tools. Fundamental Insight is shown on the second tab. Once the page is loaded, the default setting will show a series of stock symbols with bubbles of various sizes and colors. We can zoom in or out by using the bar. On the left side, we have a basic screener where we can choose the country or select a certain sector. We even have the option to choose a specific industry to concentrate on. There are also several bubble size criteria to choose from. Now, keep in mind that the bubble size is not indicative of the quality of the stock. It simply represents one of the criteria, which in this case is the 90 days average trading volume. What's important is the color of the bubble and the score, which represents the quantamental rating which Fundamental Insight is based on. The TC Quantamental Rating is a proprietary stock rating methodology developed by Trading Central. This metric rates stocks on a scale of 0 to 100, 100 being the most bullish and 0 being the most bearish. This rating uses a combination of value, growth, quality, income, and momentum factors as key metrics when rating a company. The ratings vary from very weak, weak, moderate, strong, to very strong. Now, to get the numeric score, hover your mouse over one of the bubbles. It will expand and additional information will appear. Here we have the name of the company, the trading volume, the numeric score, and the rating. If you are bullish and looking to buy a stock, a higher number with a deeper green color is preferable. If you are bearish and looking to find a stock to short sell, then a lower number and a deeper red color is preferable. Fundamental Insight can also present the data in a table format, which can be accessed by clicking on Table. Please note that the tool will remember your last viewing option. In the table format, the data can be manipulated by clicking on the different column headings. Specifically, if you wanted to filter by highest score, simply double-click on Quantamental Rating. You can scroll down the list and find a stock within your preferred industry. If you already had a stock in mind that you wanted to analyze by Fundamental Insight, you could skip the previous steps and enter the symbol or name here and click on Search. For our example, I'll select Wells Fargo, which has a strong score of 59. By clicking on it, we will be redirected to the stock dashboard. There is quite a bit of information on this page, but you'll see it's all very easy to understand. In the upper left side, we can see the quantamental rating of 59. There's a total of 20 data points analyzed to come up with that number. The rating and the data used to create it is updated monthly around the 15th of the month, so no need to go in every day to look at the same stock. Below, we can see the monthly rating history going back 5 years, which is an easy way to see if the stock is improving, worsening, or being stable. Moving over to the right-hand side, we have the individual factor scores used to create the quantamental rating. Think of the quantamental rating as the overall grade received on a report card, while the factor scores are the underlying classes. Investors who use fundamental research aren't one homogeneous group. They have different investing styles. The breakdown of the rating into the factor scores allows the investor to concentrate on the factor that they adhere to. If, for example, you prefer quality, you could see how the stock scored in that particular category. To find out more, simply click on the category and a new window will appear. Here we see its quality score and historical monthly score, the criteria that is considered for this score. You can easily navigate and view the other categories by clicking on their headings as well. Moving on, if we scroll down into the next section, we have a 12-month target price of the stock. The target price is derived from the quantamental rating and considers overall price volatility. Below, we can see a snapshot of some of the key data used in determining the rating. To the right, we can see the peer comparison tool, which allows the investor to compare their stock versus other opportunities in the same industry. Whether a screener was used at the beginning or the user just typed in a stock symbol, there is now a second chance to see what is available. Here, the highest quant rating is the default setting, and we can see that there are other financial services leaders that have scores higher than Wells Fargo that we can look at. By clicking on the drop-down menu, shown here, we can also sort by one of the 5 different factors used. As an example, if we give more importance on a higher growth score, after selecting it, we now have several stocks with higher scores that we might want to check out. Our final section is nowcasting, which shows how your chosen stock fits into the different stages of the economy. Nowcasting is telling us that based on the research, the US is in a recession and that income has excelled during this period. The returns for the financial services sector have been modest during a recession, and large cap stocks haven't been favorable during this period. If, for example, you have a different opinion, and the recession will be short-lived and the recovery phase will come soon, you can select that scenario and see the results. Now, if we stick with recession, we can click on Learn About Recession, and a pop-up will appear explaining what may have caused the recession. More importantly, we also have a list of the assets that tend to benefit the most during a recession. This could provide you with a short list of search criteria to explore further. Below, we also have a list of assets that tend to benefit the least. We could also do this exercise in the context of market slowdowns, recovery, or expansion. This concludes our video on the Trading Central Fundamental Insight tool.